Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we made a trip back to the first, and we spoke with Elpis, and now we're in Elpis. Met with Token, Hippolytus, and Hermes. So, anyway, we need to go follow after Hermes here, where I kind of left us off. It's fine though, and yes, you may notice I have switched back to Glamour. May have actually gone to fix said Glamour. But anyway, Meteion has found our Avistoma. Seems Hermes and Muse have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an Avistoma. Yet, though it seems to have been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The Avistoma. Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Everything is under control, I trust. Yes, rest assured this is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of my work. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright. Yes, my apologies for making you worry, Meteion. Both you and Ariana, you are called. An intriguing name. Somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I forgot all about its fellows! Truly? Oh, what a relief. I must thank Emmet and Ithlodeus when I return to them. First, with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you enjoy your time here. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. I was gonna say, did I really come here with unclear weather again? No. The weather is clear. We are good. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let's return to Norris's. Yeah, so now you can actually marvel at the gorgeousness of Elpis. Now that it's not cloudy as all heck and heck. Oh my gosh. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Abistomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space if you will go on ahead to the main building. Upon entry, you'll see a table and chairs. Meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creature slip away again. Go find this. Also, we actually properly unlocked some stuff in here. Fun train must be in the area or something. And that train's not up, right? No. Okay. We also unlocked the gemstone trader. I've decided to open the shop to keep my little creation fed. My wondrous wares can be yours for the right amount of bi-colored gemstones. Get access regions gemstone exchange. Blah 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 blah. Must be a, yeah, it has to be a hunt train, because I don't see anything about the S rank being up. So, S rank in this area is spawned by discarding 5 eggs of Elpis, dropped by those birds of Elpis we saw over by Hermes there. It has to be 5 at once, so like a stack of 5.
this appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Loving the trust here, buddy.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
Be a shame if I beat you up eventually. I have important things to say to him as well.
Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to her attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Alright, Meteion, let's go. I'm sorry, Arya. I didn't want... I didn't mean... a walk? Perhaps we can go for a walk. Well, so much for getting to speak with Hermes. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Oh, teach you! I can teach you! We could take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sure, why not? Then it's settled. Where to start? Yes. Let's talk about Memnon. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetherite. I'm not a good explainer, but Memnon is. So I'll have him explain instead. Meteion is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side and proceed, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I'm getting on the motorcycle just for this little bit, okay? The Aetherite! Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere! Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission! Oh, okay. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, you have the horns and scales of a beast. Gee! I assume you're familiar like Meteion. Is there something you need? I assume that's like kind of specialized to each race. Because horns and scales, Ara. This is Arya. Could you teach her about Elpis? Ah, newly read familiar is she? Very well, I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. I guess maybe that group was a map group. Anyway. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. 2 of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Is she? I really left her in the bushes, didn't I? There she is. Where did you come from? From a place facing a great threat. There's such a place? I had no idea. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power! I haven't told you about it. A creation! Let's find a creation! One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Alright. So, continue onwards here. There's a conversation point right here. Okay, cool. The Spriggans. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh no! We call them Aureae. If there's many, we just... If there's one, we just... If it's just one, we say Aureas. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. Oh, this creation is perfect! But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings. Can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet, though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic, and they draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting. Pow pow. Pow pow pow. Ooh, fighting! That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him. I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Euanthe next. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. Nay, apparently. So I think it's this building? There you are. Meteion has yet to... What the... Okay, I think that's a weird bug with being able to do mounts. Well, well, if it isn't Meteion, I see you brought a friend today. Greetings, Yuan. An apple. Could you make me an apple? What kind Hermes likes? Covered in syrup. I want to share it with Arya. I'm getting neighed at. Oh, candied apple? Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Meteion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You take it Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. Sorry, Arya. I want to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Tell her what I like. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing with me, Arya. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Yeah, it had to be with some weird bug with, you know, being able to actually ride mounts. And maybe something with riding this particular one so that has a speed, so like the game hadn't actually caught her up yet. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteion good. Arya wants to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate you keeping Meteion company. While you're away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emmett Silk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propileon. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. Oh, I guess I should hit that stop recording button. It's not mine. To see the joy her presence brings Meteion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Arya is kind. Really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. And there's the side quest. Lives apart. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward Avistoma. Have care when you step outside the hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Well, alright. So yeah, we don't have anything in terms of flying yet. Isn't this like in a really... Okay, yes, I remember this one is. Let's go get it right through current. Well, you know, I believe it's around here. I believe. It's right there. Fine, it's right there. West. Okay, we're not going to worry about that one yet. Let's just go ahead and head back down here to where we're supposed to actually go. For some reason I remember that one being up top. Hello, Bird of Elpis. Speaking of Birds of Elpis, yeah, that's what drops the eggs of Elpis, which you need to discard 5 of to spawn this area's S rank. East. Erp. This here is a new species of Pedalauda we recently set loose. It's been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it into the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it's considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it's hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let's head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. That phone call I was waiting for just happened, and I'm like, nope, too late. Okay, there was one east. Is it more northeast, or is it around here? Yeah, okay. It's more northeast. So I'm not gonna worry about that one yet. I vaguely remember where the ether currents are in Elpis. Very, very vaguely. I think I need to go up here. Oh yes, lightning pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which allows the pneuma here to replenish their ether. Appears Meteion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? By using this lightning converter, you can harness ambient lightning, focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. I'll just go ahead and use it on the destination. Boom. Boom. Perfectly done, Arya. Look. See how they gather the feed? How they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the soul-defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as a pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Pedalauda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Meteion an arcane entity? Good question. I can answer from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the burrow of the architect of past judgment. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that's all I need to know. Oh, you finished already. I'm sorry. I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note. We still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Oh, and it just ends like that. Their variable feast is just like, poof. Done. Alright. To the east. here before we speak with him. It is up here somewhere. Down here? Yes. Ether current. Yeah, pretty sure. But, yeah, 893 southwest. Cool. It's a Golu. Hello.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteion?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
Well, I haven't known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination. Sure, why not? I couldn't be one, but it's probably on myself. I mean, really.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear, I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Their greatest contribution. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew, but it irks me to discover that there's an entirely different form of energy and no one told me. That personal noise aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, it would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is, I still can't understand his hesitation. What do you specialize in? Oh ho, you would know I am itself was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. Him began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. But I'll tell you the tale when we're away from sensitive ears. What now? the convocation. If you're the company else, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the Council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field, or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Meteion, specialist in aquatic life, Lowgrief, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Hamarai, specialist in fungal and plant life, and Maraloth, specialist in medicine and healing, and Lahabrea, specialist in creation magic, who has brought forth phantoms beings of the highest complexity. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Igeorm, champion of the enlightenment and rhetoric, Pastero, preserver of the discipline and order, and Itzok, keep the ethereal realm, or underworld in the vernacular, Fandaniel, pursuer of the extant phenomena, and Azim, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. I actually didn't realize if you talked to Emma Self right there, you just got a complete rundown of every seat of the convocation. I actually didn't know that. My apologies for the wait. I've inspected the Amplos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released unto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That is what we shall tend to next. You follow me, my friends. We shall return to the main aisle and head north. Yeah, I really didn't realize him. It was just like, yeah, here's the complete rundown. If you talk to him right there. Huh. Right, it's like southwest and all that nonsense. I guess thinking about it, Emetzel, keeper of the underworld, makes sense that Hades, you know. I understand there's a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. Heroes hoping to adjust my chair. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. Specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but the problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with the etheric balance leaning strongly towards water. Its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. Developing its affinity to wind is diminished and cannot fly. No matter what we try, we cannot get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I'll revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. He has too early concluded it cannot fly. Being failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running around robeless. Shameful. I understand you make a habit of this. Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emmett Silk, I'm gonna trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows. Somewhere out of sight. Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I will but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. Still have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind. Emmett Silk's out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Silk trained to corrupt this. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. With his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it's not his duty. I'm loath to trouble him with it. Don't be! As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Arya, when you go to Emmett Silk, tell him that you have a favor to ask. He'll be disinclined to cooperate first, but he mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. And chat and say, use your keyboard to say, I have a favor to ask. Anyway, 572 West. Meh. Hi, Emmett Silk. I have a favor to ask. Oh no, you don't! I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hypnodeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. Hypnodeus is to believe relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-wary Emmett Silk. Please, Emmett Silk. Please, Emmett Silk.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Silk. Please teach it to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Silk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one, far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you.
Yeah, just make a habit
I
of
can
it.
only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
So, about the amount that Emmett Selk was on... Hold on, I have to actually find it here. Okay, what the heck page is it on? There it is! It is Grani! This was the pre-order bonus for Shadowbringers, actually. Or a pre-order bonus for Shadowbringers. So, yeah. Will only accept a rider who has pledged to restore Shadow to a land bereft of night. Yeah, so, that would be that amount. Obviously, I cannot fly right now, but, you know. Wave. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Ari and I can relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies! Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric imbalance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid the struggling canon-like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We'll spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all my present tasks. Let's return to Adblock for now. Alright. I guess we can warp back. 93 West. It's gonna be up there, so... You could also just, you know, follow this path literally right here. And boom. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. You merely chose the most expeditious way to have it done with an impediment to our business. Anyway, on that note, thank you for watching. In the next part, we'll speak with Hermes again here. So, oh gosh. Oh gosh. You know what? No, before we go, get this done. Let's get it done. Hold on. Here we have name. Touring Endwalker Part 1. Welcome, friends, to the Endwalker. I'm Socles, and I manage this region under the authority of Chief Hermes, the head overseer of Elpis. And you are, oh how unusual, a soul-bearing familiar. Familiar must have a mission, and you are offer no message and carry no cargo. You're perhaps here for the purposes of observation? Yes, that must be it. In which case, you need only mention my name and to Charmian, and she will gladly give you a tour of our domain. So get all in. Yes, we are having some assumptions here, but I just want the ether current. Yes, what can I do for you? Arya, is it? An overseer of Socles wishes me to act as your guide? Oh. No, I didn't mean like that. I would be more than happy to show you around. I'm simply wondering why the overseer chose to send you to me, of all people. I haven't been here long myself, truth be told. Until quite recently, I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project at the Academia in either. Surely there are other, more experienced individuals who could prove to more comprehensive... This grumbling is hardly constructive now, is it? The task is given to me, and I will attempt to cover the most salient features of our facilities to the best of my abilities. After all, it's not every day that one is asked to indulge the curiosity of such a rare and fascinating visitor. We can commence the tour this very moment if you like. And let's begin. You know, rather than having me lecture as we walk along, I I think observing firsthand what we do here in Agnosis would prove most beneficial. Pointing in the right direction, you can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once we've completed a circuit, we can return and speak to Overseer Sophocles. Now accompanying you, blah 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 blah. There's no conversation points. So I guess we'll just go to the north spot. God, I'm so fucking to ride a mount. Oh my gosh. I've done my time walking. Hello, Blast. Hello, Charmian. Was there something? The Overseer asked that I give this familiar tour of the grounds, and I thought the best way to do that was to show her what we do here firsthand. I see. Well, as my work is rather difficult to demonstrate, I hope a brief explanation will suffice. Our creations are many and varied, but I mainly preside over the plant life. When it comes to watching certain grasses grow, one must be prepared to observe over the course of several years, and in the case of trees, sometimes decades. Tedious, perhaps, yet necessary. Plants are capable of altering an entire habitat, and their presence as a food source has an enormous influence on the local wildlife. Was that the sort of thing you wish to know? Yes, that was perfect. Thank you. Of course, you have your own quest, but again, doing them later. Other than these, because of all the places to fly, Elpis is one of the most important ones, actually. Who do we have here? A familiar of some sort, judging my ethereal structure. Yes, I'm accompanying Arya here on the tour around Agnosis, and at the behest of the Overseer. A tour. Feel free to wander as you please, of course, but I advise keeping your distance from the larger creatures. The fauna I have under observation occupy the top tier of the food chain. Do not take kindly to intruders in that territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. While I'm sure you are quite capable of defending yourself, no one appreciates a surprise test through the abdomen, eh? Thank you for the warning. We'll proceed with due caution. Alright. Hey, it's a Gobu! I mean, whatever they call it. It's a Gobu, dang it. Oh, hey, it's one of those. Charmian! And who's your friend? Azim's familiar? Why, you appear so astute and deliberate in your thinking. I should very much like to make an extended study of your composition and consciousness. Oh, do forgive my forwardness. It is my duty to chart the behavior of familiars, and I find it ever so diverting. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world at will, you see. But our research here is given special dispensation once the subject are properly registered as concepts, of course. There are times when familiars are tasked with tending cattle or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. Such projects are brought to me, and I'm responsible for observing and evaluating their potential compatibilities. Oh, but of course, if Azim might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. And on that note, we must really be moving along. Step lively, Arya. I think we've covered the main areas of interest. All that's left now is to speak with Overseer Sophocles. I see you've completed your tour. Almost. We spoke with those in charge of the various facets of Anagnosis, but I thought it would be fitting to end this visit where it began, with you, Overseer Sophocles. I see. What is your impression of the work we do here? It requires equal levels of passion and patience. It also attracts some interesting people. I'm glad we could help you further your worldly education. And I'm glad to see you enjoyed the experience. At least I hope you did. You are truly a masterpiece of creation. Only a soul-bearing familiar could demonstrate such robust cognitive and cogitative faculties. Big words, okay? Were you perhaps designed to inspire others? I feel something special has been woven into your aura. Yeah. You have an intriguing presence, to say the least. Please stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us. Yes, I second this invitation. All the long years I've resided here, never have I encountered such a unique entity, and one of Azim's no less. We'll be back eventually. Eventually. But thanks for the ether current. And on that note, thank you for watching for real this time. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Yep, must be another something. Guys, if you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!